Hey guys, Keira here. I'm a little stuffy. I've got a cold from now. But this week we've all been looking at kind of topics around parents. Some days is how to communicate with your parents about your eating disorder, anxiety, food, school, abuse, etc., etc. My way of communicating with my mum is primarily written, and that's because it's the best way to get anything through to my mum, because she has an issue with zoning out. And if it's a high stress conversation, she will, and she does zone out. I've tried to talk to my mum about these things verbally, and it doesn't sink in because she stresses and just zones, and you just see her go like that, and you know she's gone. But it's also a really good way, you know, to communicate, because you can, you know, write it down and kind of work out what you want them to know and how they can help. And that also ties in with, you know, how to have a productive communication about these issues. I think it's important to have some idea of how they can help. You know, parents don't want to see their kids suffering, and they may not have a grasp on mental health and eating disorders or whatever issue it is you're trying to communicate. So I think it's good to have some idea of how they can help you. Let them know how they can help you, because, you know, most parents are going to want to help you. My mum wanted to help me, she just lacked the capacity to. And I think to make it, you know, more productive, kind of focus on, you know, you tell them the issue, and then you include how they can help, and also what you are willing or are trying or want to do to deal with the issue. In the initial kind of, I guess, disclosure of, say, an eating disorder, I think it's also important to, you know, let your parents know that they didn't cause your eating disorder. Fair enough, there may be, you know, parental influences, but my therapist says that unless they, you know, held you down and shoved binge food down your throat and then stuck their fingers down your throat, sorry for the graphicness there, I have a graphic therapist, they didn't cause it. And maybe, you know, if they go, oh my god, is it something I did, just say that it was like a unfortunate mix of several things that resulted in this. You know, if it's about the eating disorder. I guess to make some of the ones that less scary, like there have been times where I have, you know, we have had a verbal conversation, Mum and I, and we make it less scary for me and for her really, is we do a kind of quid pro quo thing where I will share something and we talk about it, and then she'd share something and we talk about it. I won't give any examples, but I learned a few things about my mum and some of the things that she's had to deal with that I didn't realise, and it put a lot of things into context. And I don't know how to explain it, you know, by seeing your parents have these kind of, you know, shortfallings, by seeing your parents less than perfect, it makes you not so, you know, anxious about not appearing perfect, if that makes sense. Well, that's how it was when I told my mum. I guess with conversation openers, I usually just say, I have something to tell you. Or like, if mum's in an okay frame of mind, she has this little chest that we sit on, and when we sit on it, usually means we want to talk, and we'll just chat. I've sat on there and cried before. So yeah. I guess with some topics they are quite, you know, really big and have the potential to have a lot of impact. Again, with my mum's anxiety issues, it wouldn't have been plausible for me to tell her about my abuse issues at home without either of us having any mediation or, you know, debriefing afterwards. So I actually did it with a therapist. I was in hospital at the time, and they brought my mum in and we sat down and I told her what had happened. She talked about her experiences of it and how she was feeling about it, and having the support of my therapist there for that particular time was really helpful. She was able to prompt me and kind of help both of us guide the conversation so we didn't get sidetracked or stuck in, you know, wallow mode. And I'm so sick I can't remember what I've said. So, if there's a big anxiety issue, maybe consider writing to your parents if you think that's going to be the best way. Have an idea of, like, have a rough plan of, you know, what you want to do with that information, how they can help, how you are going to get help or work on the issue. Quid pro quo, maybe. I think with openers, you know, but I have something to tell you, just get straight to the point, because if you know, work your way into it too much, it makes the issue bigger and you'll increase their anxiety as well, because they're like, oh my god, what is this? So that's why I always say, I have something to tell you, or can I tell you, or can I talk to you about this, or just sit on the I need to talk box. And if it is a really big issue and you can't tell your parents, consider doing it with the help of an independent third party, whether it be a therapist, a family therapist, a doctor, someone who is maybe aware of your issues, so like a family therapist, if you really can't or don't feel safe enough to disclose it just at home. So I hope that's helped. I look forward to seeing what Tracy has to say, and I will see you guys next week.